Welcome to the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage, where rude mechanicals do magic. This is the dust control system for the east wing of the Secret Underground Laboratory. The vacuum source is a Eureka V-Boss Smart Vac. Not sure how old it is, but it goes back to the day when everything was supposed to be smart. It goes through a Thane style dust separator. The hose is salvaged from one of those whole house vacuum systems. And this hose is long enough it can be hooked up to the miter saw, the table saw, or the radial arm saw as needed. The black pieces are sewer and drain connectors. They're soft rubber, and they fit perfectly on a 1.5-inch PVC pipe. Hose clamps keep it sealed well enough and will hold on through normal use, swinging back and forth like that. But this hose gets used on other machines, and I always have to go find a screwdriver, and that means I put the screwdriver down someplace where I can't find it again when I need it. So the solution to this is hose clamps that don't need a screwdriver to work. Sewer drain fittings come in a variety of shapes, which are really convenient for dust collection systems. But the main difference between a sewer and drain and a dust collection system is that you want to have your dust collection system really easy to take apart. Any kind of clog, blockage, or whatever can be taken care of pretty quickly and put back together, and you don't have to go look for the screwdriver. We start off with a hose clamp, carriage bolt, a round cut with a hole saw, which is very convenient because all the hole saws have 1/4-inch pilot bits, so they go in. A regular hex nut, and then an anchor nut, because anchor nuts are cool. First thing I do is cut the head off the carriage bolt and then grind a bevel on the end of it so that it acts like a screwdriver in the hose clamp. And the purpose of that is really just to get this lined up so that it's centered. And I've made enough of these that it was worth my while to make a welding jig that will hold the whole thing together. Jigs and fixtures are really important when you're welding small stuff. When you're welding something big, gravity will do most of the work for you. On a small piece like this, where you either weld it right or you ruin it, a jig like this makes all the difference in the world. And you don't really have to cut the head off, but grinding the bevel like this just makes a much neater job. Today we're going to be using the Miller-Matic 125. Now, I say that like there's some sort of choice in the matter. It's actually the only welding machine we have in the Secret Underground Laboratory. There are some YouTube channels where they can't walk a straight line across the shop without tripping over a new welding machine that just somehow showed up at the mailbox. I really don't understand how that works. But this is a fine machine, and it works really well for everything I've ever needed it to do. It doesn't even need to be ground. One thing I like about these short thread carriage bolts. And then when you run a nut down on them, like this, put a half-inch piece of plywood plug on here. An anchor nut will hold it down nice and tight. And the curious thing is, this carriage bolt is 1/4 inch threads, 20 per inch. As American as left-hand lug nuts on a Dodge. But the anchor nut is 10 millimeter wrench size. I guess the Chinese don't mind cutting threads to suit us, but they're not going to make a different size nut just for us too. And back in the old days, Dodge trucks did have left-hand thread lug nuts on the driver's side. Had a young guy in the shop one time pulling in an old Dodge truck, probably like a 69 or a 70. He was going to put tires on it. I said, "Be careful. Driver's side might have left-hand threads." He goes, "How can I tell?" I said, "That's easy. One's broken off on each wheel." This is Bronze from Secret Underground Laboratory, thanking you for watching our video. Appreciate it if you would like to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.